Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Hi, so I started this business by filing for an LLC in the United States in the state of Wyoming. After that, I registered my trademark with a USPTO, so under Class 5, which is dietary supplements. This is related to health and household category. And I chose Amazon as my main channel in the United States, Amazon FBA. It's like a private label, or you can say it's my own brand, which I registered with the Amazon, and I use that brand to sell my own products under that brand. So this is currently my first product. It's quite been a lot of, it's been profitable. And even from month one, it's been profitable, as you can see from the P&L. But the thing is that nowadays, I'm currently in need of money, like around 100K or more than that. So I thought that selling this business would help me to get that much money. And that's the only reason why I'm selling this. But yeah, my background is like, I decided to start with dietary supplements. So I chose United States to be my main country to sell to people. And I chose Amazon as my main channel for selling my supplements. So hopefully any buyer that would be interested in it will definitely like this, because it's a lot of profit margins, and also, which is very rare in dietary supplements. It's almost like 70% profit margins, net profit. And also this business has been quite a lot of, it's very profitable and has a lot of more potential if someone has a bit of extra capital, so they can launch a second product, third product, fourth, fifth. And basically this business could be worth like almost more than $1 million if they continue with it for a few more years, or I would say if they want to make it quick, it could be even just 1 year. But I'm kind of feel like I cannot devote this much time to it, like a few more months to this business. And also I'm in need of a bit of cash due to life circumstances. So that's why I'm selling it. Otherwise, I did not intend to sell this business. Yeah. So my background is like starting an LLC, then choosing United States to sell this product, and chose Amazon FBA as my main channel.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
As I already answered this, but I'm going to speak about it again, is that there is nothing wrong with this business. And I also treated this business like my child. I kind of like, it makes me very sad to sell this business. But currently, due to life circumstances, I'm in need of a bit of cash. I'm in need of it's a personal thing, but I can say it. I'm in need of around like $150,000, not in cash, but I mean $150,000, so which currently I don't have. So I thought selling this business would help me to get there. And the growth opportunity with this business is quite a lot. It has a lot of potential. If someone wants to grow this product, then they launch second, third, fourth. I personally believe, which I expected for myself to sell this business, is what the buyer can achieve with it, which is to sell this business for around $2 million. Maybe like if he wants to make things quick, it could be after 6 months or 7 months if he achieves everything within 6 months. Otherwise, it can take like at least a year. So that's the only thing, is that I'm in need of cash. There's nothing wrong with the business. Everything is smoothly running and nothing wrong with it. No compliance issues, nothing by Amazon. And also the buyer himself or herself can check it before buying it. And nothing is wrong with this business. But due to life circumstances, I'm in need of cash. And I thought this would be something that would help me to achieve that by selling this business. So yeah.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
So initially it required, I would say, 1 hour per day. But because of, like filing an LLC, then talking to the lawyer and also, filing for the trademark and everything. So initially it required just a little bit of extra time, which I had, fortunately. But nowadays it's only like 3 hours per week just to look at the account if any customer had messaged, because there are no refund rates whatsoever, no refunds, no return rates. Maybe there is some refund applied after, you can say 100 units sold. There could be just one refund applied, and that's applied by Amazon themselves for around, $3, $4, if they kind of, miss the fulfillment promise to a customer. So they say that we need to apply a refund of $3, which is basically nothing. But yeah, so the amount of and the type of work it requires is just to look at the account, log in, what's happening there, look at and track your daily sales. And if the money has come into your wallet, like your account, you just request disbursement and that's it. So it requires only 2 to 3 hours per week nowadays. Initially, it required a bit of time, which I invested in it. Nowadays, it's just like on autopilot. As the reviews are growing and as the business is becoming more and more profitable, it requires nothing, basically like 2 to 3 hours per week.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
I have a whole blueprint on how to grow this business to at least $2 to $3 million of net value for which a buyer can sell this. And it requires this current product to be grown to like 200 reviews. After that, they start focusing on second product, and it's sourced from India. And the third product, which is sourced from Iran. And then the fourth, which is sourced from Japan. And then creatine, the one that is sourced from Germany. And then BCA. All of these are dietary supplements. If you grow all of these 5 to 6 products to 200 reviews only, or let's say 100 reviews, and each one of them is like packaged the same way, luxury packaging and premium one, and then market it for like a higher price, let's say $79, and each one of them is sold around 150 units per month. But in total, you have like 10 products, similar kind of, luxury packaged under brand named Zayli. So you can see that it could be worth, I would say, $2 to $3 million. And the buyer can himself or herself sell this business on Empire Flavors for quite a lot. That's what I'm intended to do, but currently I'm in need of cash due to life circumstances, which I cannot move on with. Otherwise, this is the whole blueprint, and I can also help potential buyer to apply these exact same steps and move on to grow this business even further, which of course it can be because it has a lot of potential.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
As far as I'm aware, there are no risks involved. One risk a buyer can see is that he might think, well, there could be tariffs imposed on China. So when they order inventory to America, they might think, well, we might be giving some tariff or like custom duties, which is extra cost. But there's none. You have a freight forwarder, which I can also provide. It's like an extra additional asset included in this business. So what happens is that we use DDP. Empire Flippers knows about this, and because of that method, we avoid any kind of tariffs or custom duties, anything. In fact, I ordered this inventory during the tariffs war between China and America, during Trump tariffs, and I successfully avoided paying any kind of custom duties or tariffs on any kind of stuff. So that's the whole point of it. So the risks are none, but as far as the reviews are concerned, sometimes a buyer, like sometimes Amazon seller, gets greedy and he wants to ramp up the reviews quite a lot, like 100 reviews or 200 reviews. So I would say keep the percentage of reviews as compared to your sales under 5%. So let's say if you have like 1,000 sales, make sure you get around 50 reviews out of that, 60 reviews organically. So that's something very worth of noting. It's not a risk, but I would say just remain compliant with the Amazon FBA thing. So then if you remain compliant with the Amazon FBA rules and regulation, and you chose your main channel to be Amazon FBA, then for the dietary supplements, it's like a gold mine. It can be sold for quite a lot, this whole business. And yeah, so growing to 10 products, they have 150 reviews. Each one of them sells for 150 units only a month or 200 units a month. And each one of them has a price of, let's say, $89 and it has a net profit margin of 70%, 80%. So this is a quite profitable business and also like a gold mine to basically to sell this to other buyers to flip this business for quite a lot sum. That's one important thing. As far as the risks are concerned, there are none basically, but just remain compliant with the Amazon FBA thing. That's just my advice. I'm not forcing the buyer to do this. If he has his own plans, that's good, but I would just advise to remain compliant with the Amazon FBA. So in case of like reviews, there are no other risks, but most of the time the sellers get trapped with the review thing. They get greedy. So they want like thousands of reviews in the first year or like first month, which is not something I would say appropriate, as Amazon can, like basically caught you. If they can like basically now they know they have the knowledge about it, that you got these reviews from friends and family members and things like that. So I would say remain compliant, keep the percentage below 5% or let's say 5%. During launch, I would say if you go to 6-7% of review rate as compared to sales, it's also fine, but the best thing to do is keep at 5%. And other than that, no risks involved, nothing.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
Yeah, so I'm willing to offer any support the buyer wants from me for a minimum of 30 days. Even after that, if he calls me or they need any support, I can provide, no problem. And I can also provide the blueprint on how to grow this business further. That's the whole thing. As I'm in need of cash, I'm in need of money. If I get that, I'm also willing to provide support to the buyer. So no problems with that. I can do whatever the buyer wants from me in terms of like support or, related to the business.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
Well, I'm open to this, but as I said, I'm in need of urgent money and it's around like 150,000 US dollars. So getting paid all upfront would be very good for me because I'm in need of money due to life circumstances. Otherwise, if that was not the condition for me, then I was open to this earn-out payment structure where I get paid the remaining sum after the business performs even better. Even in fact, I would like to keep 5% of my company just to, later if it sells for millions of dollars, then I can basically make very good profit on it. But nowadays I'm in need of cash and I'm not kind of like open to the earn-out payment structure, but I would definitely have considered this if I was not in need of urgent money. So sorry about that, but I'm in need of urgent money, like $150,000. And I think getting fully paid upfront would be the best option, including the cost of inventory.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
It has a lot of potential. That's why it's worth buying. And like today, including the cost of inventory, if a buyer acquires this for $90,000 or $100,000, you can see that, let's say if they bought it today for $90,000 or $100,000 approximately, including the cost of inventory, you can see that they, after making it to 5 or 6 products, they can basically sell this business for $2 million. So it's not just 10 times making more money, it's more than 20 times of what they bought it for. It has a lot of growth potential. I would basically or definitely buy such kind of brands that are related to dietary supplements, which is the health and household category. It has a lot of higher exit value. And also as compared to any other category, the health and household, the dietary supplement brands, it has a lot of higher exit value. And also it has a lot of potential because of the way we market our products as higher quality luxury premium, and then basically making a lot of higher net profit margins of 70 to 80% per unit sold. Net profit of 70 to 80%. So that's why I would personally look for these kind of businesses and buy them and help them grow further and then flip them for a very higher. So that's something I would consider for myself. But unfortunately, I'm in need of cash, as I said this multiple times, that I'm in need of urgent money. So that's why I couldn't do that. But if I were to be in the place of buyer, I would do the same thing. Look for such kind of brands that a person is selling because of some urgent need due to their life circumstances, and then help this kind of brand grow more to a few more SKUs on Amazon and then flip it for a higher exit value in millions. So that's something I would have considered. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you will find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.